Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I invite you to pause, take a deep breath, and listen closely. There is a message waiting for you, a message that is not just words, but an invitation. It's an invitation to something far greater than the daily hustle, the distractions, or the noise. It's an invitation to connect with the deepest parts of yourself, the divine spark within you, the energy that transcends time and space. We often go through life thinking that the answers are out there, that we need to search for them in the external world. But what if I told you that the most powerful force, the most profound wisdom, the most transformative message you could ever receive is already within you? It's always been there, just waiting for you to tap into it. The question is, are you ready to hear it? You see, you are not just the product of your past experiences or the sum of your memories. You are a vast, untapped potential, a being capable of creating miracles in your life. Your mind, your emotions, and your energy are not separate from the universe. They are intimately connected to it. You have the power to influence your reality by shifting your thoughts, your state of being, and your focus. Every moment, the universe is speaking to you, constantly offering you the tools you need to change your life. But you must become aware of it. You must align yourself with that message. This divine message isn't found in a book, on a screen, or in someone else's words. It's in the very fabric of your being. It's the whisper of your intuition, the pull of your soul, and the energy that courses through every fiber of your being. And let me tell you, it's never too late to hear it. The message may come when you least expect it, when you slow down enough to listen, when you let go of the old patterns that have kept you stuck in a loop. The message comes when you give yourself permission to step into the unknown, to trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor, even when it seems like everything around you is uncertain. The divine message is there in your stillness, in your breath, in the moments of silence between your thoughts. And here's the truth. The only thing standing between you and this profound truth is your own mind. The doubts, the fears, the limiting beliefs, they are all illusions. They keep you locked in a cycle of repeating old patterns. But when you transcend them, when you shift your energy, when you step into the space of pure possibility, everything changes. Right now, this moment, you have the ability to step into a new version of yourself. A version that is not bound by the past, not restricted by your conditioning. A version that is open, receptive, and aligned with the infinite intelligence of the universe. This divine message is waiting for you. It's not far off or distant. It's here in this very moment. It's available to you when you choose to let go of fear, of limitation, and of doubt. When you choose to step into the flow of life and trust that you are capable of creating miracles, of transforming your world, and of connecting with something far greater than yourself. So I urge you to take this moment seriously. Don't let it slip by. The divine message is here, waiting for you. Open yourself to it. Trust in the power of your mind and your heart. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be. And know that the universe, the divine energy that courses through you, is ready to support you in ways that will surpass anything you could imagine. You can't miss this. It's your moment to step into a new reality. And that reality is waiting for you. Thank you. Transformation is a fundamental process that defines the human experience. It is not simply about change on the surface, but a deep internal shift that occurs when we move beyond our current state of being. This inner transformation is about breaking free from the limitations that we've unknowingly imposed on ourselves. Often, these limitations stem from past experiences, fears, or beliefs that we've adopted without ever questioning their validity. But the truth is, transformation happens when we decide to change the way we think, feel, and interact with the world around us. At the core of this process is the recognition that we are not static beings, defined by our past. We are dynamic, always capable of evolving and growing. Transformation requires us to tap into our inner power and recognize that we are not bound by the external circumstances of our lives. We have the ability to reshape our thoughts, shift our emotions, and redefine our actions at any given moment. This shift requires conscious effort, awareness, and most importantly, trust. Trust in the process, trust in the unknown, and trust that we are always in a position to create new possibilities for ourselves. The journey of transformation is often uncomfortable as it requires us to move beyond our comfort zones, but it is through this discomfort that we unlock the greatest growth. As we challenge old habits, break free from limiting beliefs, and embrace new ways of thinking and being, we begin to see the world with new eyes. We begin to realize that the external world is merely a reflection of our internal world. When we change our internal landscape, the outer world begins to shift as well, aligning with our new vision and higher potential. Energy is the essence of everything around us and within us. It is the force that animates life, propels change, and connects us to the greater universe. Every thought, every emotion, and every action carries a certain energy, creating vibrations that ripple out into the world. Our personal energy field interacts with the collective energy of the universe, and understanding this dynamic is key to unlocking the full potential of our lives. When we become aware of our energy, we begin to see how it influences the direction of our experiences. Energy is not just a passive force. It is something we actively create and control through our thoughts and feelings. The energy we emit can either uplift us or limit us. Negative thoughts and emotions lower our vibrational frequency, while positive, empowering thoughts elevate it. This internal energy flow directly impacts the external circumstances we encounter. The more we align with positive energy, the more we attract situations, people, and opportunities that resonate with that frequency. Being aware of our energy also means recognizing that we are constantly exchanging energy with the world around us. The environments we enter, the people we interact with, and even the thoughts we allow to dominate our minds all affect the energy we carry. When we cultivate practices that replenish and elevate our energy, such as mindfulness, meditation, and self-care, we strengthen our ability to navigate life with clarity and purpose. Conversely, when we allow ourselves to be drained by negativity or stress, our energy diminishes, leaving us vulnerable to imbalance. To live a life of fulfillment, we must consciously manage our energy, ensuring that it flows freely and harmoniously. By doing so, we align ourselves with the universal forces that support our growth, transformation, and ultimate well-being. Awareness is the key that unlocks the door to personal transformation. It is the ability to see things as they truly are, without the distortions of our biases, fears, or past experiences. Most of the time, we operate on autopilot, guided by unconscious patterns that have been formed over years of conditioning. These patterns dictate our responses, our choices, and even our perception of reality. But when we awaken to awareness, we break free from these automatic reactions and start to engage with life in a conscious, deliberate way. To be truly aware is to be present in each moment, to fully experience the now without distractions from the past or future. Awareness allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, creating space for growth and understanding. When we begin to observe our inner world, we start to recognize the underlying beliefs and stories that shape our reality. We begin to see how our thoughts directly influence our emotions and behaviors. In this moment of recognition, we gain the power to change. Awareness is not something that simply happens overnight. It is a practice, one that requires patience, discipline, and self-compassion. Through mindfulness practices such as meditation, deep reflection, or simply taking time to breathe and be still, we develop the ability to become more present in our daily lives. As we cultivate awareness, we start to notice the subtle ways in which our energy, thoughts, and emotions influence the events around us. We begin to realize that we are not merely victims of circumstance, but active participants in the creation of our reality. In this state of awareness, we no longer react impulsively to situations, but respond from a place of clarity and understanding. We recognize the power of choice in every moment, and through this awareness, we begin to reshape our lives. Intuition is a powerful yet often overlooked aspect of human experience. It is the quiet inner knowing that transcends logic and reasoning, guiding us toward decisions and actions that align with our higher truth. Intuition doesn't rely on the information we gather from the outside world. Instead, it comes from a deeper, more subtle place within us. It's the feeling that pulls us in a certain direction, the nudge that tells us something is right or wrong, even when we can't explain why. We often dismiss intuition because it doesn't fit within the framework of traditional reasoning, which is driven by facts and analysis. Yet, intuition taps into a far greater intelligence, an intelligence that operates on a level beyond our conscious understanding. It is deeply connected to the subconscious mind, the body's wisdom, and the energy of the universe. It knows things that our logical minds may not, and it communicates through feelings, images, or even sudden bursts of insight. To harness the power of intuition, we must first cultivate the ability to listen. In a world filled with noise and distractions, it is easy to overlook these subtle messages, but when we quiet the mind, still the chatter, and allow space for inner wisdom, our intuition becomes louder and clearer. Practices such as mindfulness, meditation, or even just taking a few moments to breathe deeply and center ourselves can strengthen this connection. Intuition is not something that we need to force or control. It is a natural gift that we all possess, but one that requires trust. When we trust our intuitive guidance, we open ourselves to new possibilities, deeper understanding, and greater alignment with our true purpose. It's a guiding force that can help us navigate life's uncertainties with confidence and clarity. Possibility is the infinite potential that exists within every moment, every choice, and every thought we have. It is the realization that our current circumstances do not define us and that we are not bound by the limitations we see around us. When we embrace possibility, we open ourselves to the countless opportunities that lie just beyond our current perception of reality. This shift in mindset allows us to break free from the constraints of what we think is possible and move into a space where anything can happen. Often, our perception of what's possible is shaped by our past experiences, the beliefs we hold about ourselves, and the opinions of others. These external influences create a narrow view of what we believe we can achieve. But the truth is, the universe is full of limitless potential, and when we allow ourselves to step outside of our conditioned beliefs, we begin to see new pathways unfold. To truly embrace possibility, we must be willing to let go of fear and doubt. Fear is the greatest obstacle to realizing our potential because it keeps us stuck in the familiar. It tells us we are not capable or worthy of more. However, when we choose to move through the fear, when we take that first step into the unknown, we create space for new possibilities to emerge. It is in that space of uncertainty that the magic happens. Every choice we make, no matter how small, opens up a world of possibilities. It is in our willingness to choose differently, to act in alignment with our deepest desires, that we begin to shape the life we want to live. When we believe in possibility, we align ourselves with the expansive energy of the universe, creating a flow that moves us toward our highest potential. Mindset is the lens through which we perceive the world, and it holds the key to shaping our experiences. It is the collection of beliefs, thoughts, and attitudes that guide our actions and determine how we respond to life's challenges. A person with a growth mindset sees obstacles as opportunities for learning and growth, while someone with a fixed mindset may view them as insurmountable barriers. Our mindset influences how we interact with others, how we approach tasks, and how we envision our future. One of the most powerful aspects of mindset is its ability to shape our reality. When we believe in our own potential and remain open to change, we create the conditions for personal transformation. A positive mindset does not mean ignoring challenges or pretending that everything is easy. Rather, it means approaching life with the understanding that setbacks are temporary and that we have the ability to adapt, learn, and move forward. The way we think about our abilities and circumstances can either limit or expand our opportunities. Mindset is also deeply interconnected with our emotional state. Negative thoughts lead to negative emotions, which in turn influence our actions. When we catch ourselves in cycles of self-doubt or fear, we can choose to interrupt these thought patterns and replace them with empowering beliefs. This shift in thinking has the power to break free from the self-imposed limitations that we may not even realize exist. To transform our mindset, we must be willing to challenge old beliefs and replace them with new, more expansive ones. This requires a commitment to self-awareness, a willingness to take risks, and a dedication to growth. By consciously choosing a mindset that fosters possibility, we unlock the ability to create a life that aligns with our true potential. Divine energy is the invisible force that flows through all things, connecting every living being and element of the universe. It is the fundamental essence of life itself, the source from which all creation arises. This energy is infinite, boundless, and always present, yet it is often overlooked or misunderstood. We tend to separate ourselves from this divine energy, believing that we must seek it externally or earn it somehow. But in reality, it is always within us, flowing through us, and waiting for us to acknowledge its presence. To access divine energy, we must first recognize that it is not something outside of us, but an intrinsic part of who we are. It is the same energy that animates the stars, the earth, and every living creature. When we become aware of this connection, we begin to understand that we are never truly separate from the divine, but rather we are extensions of it. Our thoughts, emotions, and actions are all expressions of this energy, and when we align with it, we begin to experience life in its fullest form. Tapping into divine energy requires a shift in perspective. It means letting go of the belief that we must struggle or control every aspect of our lives. Instead, we begin to trust in the natural flow of life and surrender to the wisdom of the universe. By doing so, we allow divine energy to guide us, providing us with clarity, purpose, and direction. This energy is a source of healing, creativity, and inspiration, and when we open ourselves to it, we tap into a reservoir of infinite potential. Living in alignment with divine energy means embracing the present moment, trusting the process of life, and recognizing the sacredness in all things. This awareness brings us peace, joy, and a deep sense of fulfillment. Potential is the vast, untapped reservoir of possibility that exists within every human being. It is the latent power that lies dormant, waiting to be awakened and expressed in countless forms. This potential is not determined by our past, our current circumstances, or even our perceived limitations. It exists beyond the boundaries of what we think we are capable of and stretches into a future that is full of endless opportunities. To recognize and tap into our potential is to step into a space where anything is possible, where we are no longer confined by our doubts or fears. Often we underestimate our potential because we are too focused on what we lack or what we have yet to achieve. We get caught up in comparing ourselves to others, measuring our worth against external standards, or believing that our circumstances define us. However, the truth is that our potential is not determined by what we have or don't have. It is inherent within us, and it is activated when we align with our true selves, when we believe in our abilities, and when we trust in the infinite possibilities that exist. Unlocking our potential requires us to go beyond our comfort zones, to challenge the limiting beliefs that hold us back, and to take bold, inspired actions toward our dreams. It means embracing failure as part of the process, learning from setbacks, and continuing to move forward with a mindset of growth. The more we push past our self-imposed boundaries and take steps toward our desires, the more we reveal the true extent of our potential. We must understand that potential is not a fixed trait, but a dynamic force that grows and evolves with us. The key to accessing it lies in the willingness to expand, evolve, and embrace the unknown. Consciousness is the expansive awareness that allows us to perceive and understand not only the world around us, but also our inner world. It is the lens through which we interpret our experiences, make sense of our emotions, and navigate the complexities of life. Our consciousness is not limited to the thoughts and feelings we are aware of in the present moment. It also encompasses the deeper layers of our subconscious, the beliefs and patterns that influence our behavior in ways we may not even realize. When we bring more of our consciousness into our awareness, we begin to unravel these hidden aspects of ourselves, gaining insight into our true nature and unlocking our potential. A level of consciousness we operate from determines the way we experience life. When we are unaware of our thoughts and emotions, we often react impulsively to situations, caught in cycles of habit or old patterns. But when we cultivate a higher level of consciousness, we become more present, more aware of our thoughts and feelings as they arise, and more capable of choosing our responses rather than simply reacting. This heightened awareness opens the door to greater clarity, creativity, and peace, allowing us to step outside of the confines of our habitual thought patterns and tap into a deeper wisdom. Raising our consciousness requires intentional effort. It involves practices like mindfulness, meditation, and self-reflection, all of which help us step back from the noise of the world and observe our inner landscape. Through these practices, we begin to understand that we are not defined by our thoughts or emotions. Instead, we are the observers of them. And through this shift in perspective, we can begin to transform our experiences. Expanding our consciousness is a lifelong journey, one that leads us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. The connection between our thoughts and reality is profound and undeniable. Our thoughts are the architects of our experiences, shaping the way we perceive the world and influencing the outcomes we create. Every thought we have generates energy. which in turn radiates out into the universe and interacts with the energy around us. This energy is not limited to our minds. It extends beyond, impacting our environment, relationships, and opportunities. The reality we experience is not just a passive reflection of external events, but a dynamic creation that we actively participate in through the thoughts we choose to entertain. When we become aware of this connection, we realize that our thoughts are not mere mental chatter. They are powerful forces that shape the trajectory of our lives. Our habitual thought patterns often dictate our emotional responses, our behaviors, and even the actions we take or fail to take. If our thoughts are steeped in fear, doubt, or negativity, we create a reality that reflects those beliefs. Conversely, when we focus on thoughts of possibility, abundance, and self-belief, we begin to shift our reality toward those outcomes. The key to changing our reality lies in our ability to consciously choose the thoughts we entertain. We are not victims of our circumstances, but creators of our experiences. By shifting our mindset and becoming more intentional with our thoughts, we open up new pathways for growth and transformation. This shift requires practice, patience, and awareness, as it is easy to fall back into old thought patterns. However, each time we make the conscious choice to think positively, to choose empowering thoughts, we begin to rewire our brains and align ourselves with the life we wish to create. Ultimately, the power of our thoughts lies in their ability to influence not only how we feel, but also how we experience the world. Through conscious thought, we can reshape our reality.